Today you join me at Treowen. This is a 400-year-old mansion and we are actually here to do an immersive experience. I'm here with one of my besties, Charlotte, and this house, can you believe, is 400 years old. So part of it has been burnt down, which I believe is the left wing. The story that we are here to unfold today, there are actually 4 story strains. All will be revealed as we go on, but this place is so cool. There's like actors, there's little puzzles to solve, really good like mental games as well. Let's go inside and see if we can solve the puzzles. Let's bring you up to speed. The Key of Dreams is a 24-hour overnight immersive experience, and let me tell you, all is not what it seems. They say in any old house, the dead outnumbers the living, but secrets never die. This critically acclaimed mystery stay, accompanied by a full candlelight dining experience with the characters, has received raving reviews, even from some very famous faces who describe it as stepping into a novel. We step into Treowen as the Friends of the Miskatonic University Expeditionary Team. We are here to investigate the newest inhabitants' complaints that they have been bothered with strange occurrences since taking over the possession of the property, and they need our assistance to help understand the causes of these issues. Wyn Haffenden is the recent inheritor of Treowen Manor, and leading the expedition with us is Randolph Carter, an alumni of the Miskatonic University. Working alongside is Dee, a historiographer with an interest in the occult. And finally we have the Collector, whose name is not yet known, often found in the house library tending the archive. So, now that you're all caught up...
You will come, won't you?
So we've just got here. As you walk in, there's this big, beautiful wooden door, and we are on the 2nd floor. These are the grounds out there, and we are staying in the Otter's Holt, hence why there is an otter. Well, I mean, guys, it's 400 years old. Look at these ceilings. This is our residence for the night. We have, right, okay, Charlotte, I've got to sleep next to this, and this is terrifying. Gorgeous fireplace. Apparently bats are going to fly through, which love that. Isn't any scary paintings, which I like to see. We have obviously just got here. We're a little bit late because of the train delays. However, already as soon as we've got here, the experience has started. You're already in an immersive experience straight off the bat. And we have been given these little itineraries, the Miskatonic University book, and this is like full of notes and things that we can write down. It's going to take a while to read through this, I think. Then we also have something that we need to read, saying about the actors, and it also says that there's story strains around the ground. So there'll be like little plaques of wood that have story strains. They'll have story strains on the plaques of wood. We kind of need to get a head start on, really.
Yeah, because is that what everyone else is doing downstairs?
Yeah. Is that a rock? Oh, that scared me. I'm really intrigued as to what these are going to be for, but now we have to go down and earn our badges from, what was his name? Carter. We're sharing a bathroom with other people, and it's really scary. And I'm just going to say this now, they don't really like technology. There's a f***ing wasp. Use technology as such here, so anything I film will be like of what we're doing, and then me and Charlotte tonight will convene, tell you everything we discovered and found out, explain everything to you, because we want to still be as immersed as possible and also not ruin it for anyone else. I'm so excited. I've never done anything like this in my life. Let's go earn our badges and then we get a tour of the grounds, so let's go. We are just about to head downstairs. Look at the stairs. It's literally like windy. We go up 4 sets of these. I mean, the view is beautiful though. Look at this, so incredible. Down again. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you fell.
I'm gonna step more weird.
Oh, look. Do we take photos of them, does it say?
It says to write them down in our little books.
Oh my gosh.
Shall we write them down? Yeah. Okay, so these are, what are they? What were they called again?
Cuttings? No. Yeah, cuttings. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Me too.
Oh wait, I don't know where my pencil is.
It's okay, I've got one.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
That's like really...
I know, there's so much in there.
Like crazy little...
What did you just do?
Like the code bits.
Languages.
Oh, so maybe we have to find something with that like symbol or something.
Because it doesn't tell you to go.
And then 7 could be like page number or something.
And the zoom.
What does this mean? Chain stone, their care unfolds, no stimulant like tonal rhyme.
Huh? This is what we're currently working with. We are doing some anagrams and we are out in the beautiful fields It's so gorgeous. There are literally anagrams, like, not anagrams, but clues all over the floor. So as we will go further down here, I'll point one out to you because I know that there's one there. This won't ruin anything for you because we actually found out this is the last of this chapter. So in November, they will be starting a new chapter. So this going online is completely irrelevant and it's amazing. But also apparently things do shift around the house. One thing will never be the same. Oh, yeah, here. So that is an eye. What I seek is all. Okay. So, let's catch you up on where we are. Where do we start? You would have seen that when we first arrived, we got given these little red books. This is basically everything that is supposed to help you along the way. You're not supposed to take it as like Bible though, because some of the things, they are important, but they aren't. Like there's some poems in there that you don't really need, some songs. So I think what is best to do is probably start off with the story strains.
Yeah, there was like 5 stories that you could follow. And originally we were saying we were overwhelmed because we were collecting information for every single one, but I don't think we realised that it was probably better to focus on one.
Just one.
And run with that.
Yeah, because we obviously got here a little bit late. So when we first got here, everyone was looking for letters and they were finding the cuttings, which we obviously showed you guys. Little hints around the house with loads of letters that would basically make anagrams. All we focused on for probably like the first 5 hours, which is really bad to say. But it ended up spelling gain insight, speak found phrase, secret given, grows deep roots.
Yeah.
Which we didn't get what that meant. And then the other part, there was a little thing which you also filmed as well, and I think I did too. And it said, by Win's bum. And Win is Win Haffington, the guy that owns the house. He inherited it. You don't know why he inherited it though. That's kind of the storyline. And you go to under his seat and it's literally just like a red herring.
Yeah.
So like there's some things that don't actually make any sense.
And some of the stuff in here is just confusing, but it might be because it's like following a completely different story straight to where you are. You've got loads of names and places and things going on and you're like, what is happening right now? But I think, focus on one if you are.
Then we also got Haunted Within Archives, but we didn't get that until the late evening.
Yeah.
We thought at first it said Unearth, and we didn't really understand what that meant. Would you say there's 4 main characters?
Yeah, there's like a side character that is kind of a main character called
the Collector.
Who is, we found out, is the Haunter in the archives because she's not real. We were making notes throughout the day. There's like a whole section at the back that you can kind of write extra notes in.
So these are the quests. Not quests, but these are the story strains, and there's another one. However, underneath there is room for a 6th story, and we ended up finding out that one of the characters, you really do have to engage with the characters. The more you speak to the characters, the more they let off, obviously just like you would talk to a normal person. There's a character called D, and their story is about how they aren't trapped in this house, but they've come back to basically save the love of their life. And at first we were kind of like, oh, okay, like that makes sense. And then we slowly realized that that was the 6th story. It wasn't necessarily something that you had to solve. Like there wasn't clues around the house.
Like something to uncover at one point in the evening.
It more so links onto the finale of this and the chapter 2.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there were a few people that definitely specifically went to do the Lavinia story, which we started to.
Yeah.
But you just get so distracted.
Yeah, there's like loads of things going on. You're trying to like listen to everyone's conversations and see who's willing to share information. Like before we came here, we had to fill out a questionnaire. We were very much down for like collaborating with other people.
Yeah,
and other people are very much still in their own lane and like wanting to be a bit more secretive and in smaller groups. So it was interesting to see how everyone worked in the house because I don't know how many people there
I'd
were.
say like 20
of us.
Maybe like 20.
So yeah, it was interesting to see how that played out as well.
There was also like puzzles everywhere.
Code boxes.
Yeah, they had code boxes.
They had riddles and you had to sort of like unscramble.
But then there was actual puzzle boxes, which I've actually never done a puzzle box before. That was my first ever time. It was really cool doing that. And then inside you'd unlock another kind of like side quest. It's not one of the main story strains, but the collector that we were talking about, she has her own personal past. That she actually is like the link to all of the people in the house, but without us knowing. She kind of runs the show here, if that makes sense. But if we sat and told you every single story strain, you would literally look at us like, what the hell is going on? You guys are crazy. Yeah, like some of the
I mean, already I feel like we're crazy. We're like, Anne is in the walls.
Yeah, Anne is in the walls. But that's the main story that we followed. Dinner is nearly served. Charlotte already served. We've changed our outfit. And also on the way up to our room, one of the stones was smashed and I found this in there. I'm very confused. I'm going to ask everyone about it at lunch.
1, 2, 3, now say hello!
I'm going to have cheese. I don't even care. I love cheese.
Lead us to the tree! To the tree!
Right. Yes. Well, remember Carter said we should dance as well as sing. Don't focus on me. We do have words. So please grab some lyrics and.
What the fuck is going on? What is going on? I know. Eat your cheese, babe. I'm going back for cheese. What is going on?
Oh my god.
Good morning, guys. I couldn't talk to you last night because honestly we were shattered. It was 12:30 and there wasn't really any time to just sit down and chat to you. So I'm gonna get ready, and me and Charlotte are probably gonna talk to you a bit later because we actually had breakfast this morning. If you do come and do this, it is so incredible, but just know it is very intense. I really struggle with like FOMO whenever I do stuff like this. I want to be a part of everything, and obviously you can't. You kind of have to pick a story strain, stick to it. Didn't work out like that. I was following every story strain, getting overwhelmed and then not doing anything, which I think a lot of other people were doing as well. In the debrief, you'll completely understand what I'm talking about because you're probably like, story strains, what do you mean? I briefly mentioned it in the intro when we first got here, but I'll be so real with you, we didn't know what was going on. We were kind of running around like headless chickens. If I could do this again, I definitely would have like, actually what would I have done different, because I didn't know any different. Future me has probably already done a deep dive of everything, so I will put this in here to explain everything that's going on to you, otherwise you're not going to get anything of what I've said throughout this video, and then I will see you at breakfast after that. Breakfast was incredible. In fact, all of the food that has been served to us during our 24-hour stay has been phenomenal. I can't fault a single thing. And then we had the rest of the morning to tie up any loose ends, find out what happened as consequences for our actions last night, because everything you do causes a ripple effect. No two experiences are the same. We then spoke to other attendees of the expedition and pieced together stories that they had finished, and then me and Charlotte took it upon ourselves to find the clues that they told us about, because that's just the way our brain works. We kind of need to see it in order for it to make sense in our head. But this experience is so detailed because the only way of communication to the university is via telegrams, so you get to send those as well, and then you do actually receive a report once you leave of all the team's findings. I think this is so cute, and of course you get to truly appreciate just how huge the grounds of Triowen are and how beautiful. But as a little bit of a recap, we ended up following the story strain of the woman in the wallpaper. Long story short, there's a doctor who keeps telling his wife that she is insane because she keeps hearing a woman in the wallpaper, but it turns out she actually isn't insane. He is making her ill. Yep. But we ended up sympathizing with the lady that is stuck in the wallpaper, according, to this woman, and we freed her. But it turns out she was an evil spirit named Anne, so that's always good. I also think this is really cool. There are little bottles in Carter's office, and they are the last thoughts of the lost souls of the house, and you can listen to them anytime you want, and it just helps piece together all of the stories, makes them feel more real. Oh, this experience is just so incredibly thought through. There's even a priest hold where they used to hide priests back in the day, which me and Charlotte didn't know this was even here until the following day, and it is fully part of the experience. Like, there were clues down there. I wouldn't have known to look there at all, because walking past it just looks like floorboards, so people really did their research. So strange. Oh yeah, this is so weird.
There's a little bottle down there that tells you the story. I could spend all day down there.
It is so weird. Oh, I want to come up now. So strange. You can see the sheepies. Sheepies are there. Can you see them? They're so loud. Oh my gosh, hello.
She likes head scratches.
You are so cute. Just be careful, that's electric.
How do we stroke?
We can't. Hello, Mama Jig. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, Mamas. Oh, there's another one over there. Maybe we don't know which one's Mama Jig. These are the apple trees. You remember in the story that we just did, they said about the apple trees? The orchard. This is the orchard. Interesting. We have completed all the stories. We now have to basically wait and see who will be the one to talk to Anne. Hopefully after the debrief that makes a bit of sense. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on myself.
Yeah, there's so many names and situations happening.
And also, like, there's a lot of stories crossing over. I'm not really too sure. We're about to see who's going to talk to Anne at 11:30, and then our time comes to an end. I don't want it to end.
It's gone so quick.
It has. The 24 hours didn't feel like 24 hours. It feels like we've only been here, like, from this morning. It feels like we just arrived again. I'm sad it's over. Oh my god. she got a knife?
Uh-oh. Many seeds grow in the shadow of the tree. But on the tree, there is another shadow. How long has it been screaming? How long has it forgotten the glory of what once was? Once it was whole. Once it strode between worlds with a name that would make even the dead bow. There was no law, only its will. No power, but its own cunning. And now, it cannot even remember its own name. If only it could remember what was happening to it. It might then be free. But alas, it gets close to comprehension and then poof, it slips away. The only chance it has to be free is to burn through the horror of its own comprehension.
Completed the ritual this morning. It took place here. Very, very interesting. We made a sacrifice. This was to do with the ritual that we did last night for the woman in the wallpaper. We ended up freeing her, but probably wasn't a good thing. This is to do with the music, and this was sacrificing Carter. So that's good. We're hooking these onto the tree. Do you reckon I have to take all of these off afterwards?
Well, they probably keep some of them.
Obviously, guys, none of this is actual like craft. This is all or is it? This is all just, you know, make believe immersive experience. If you like this sort of stuff, you can really get involved in it. You kind of get involved as much as you want to, really.
You could sit and chill if you wanted to, because there's like a bar in the snug room, so you could just sit there and have a drink. But everyone was very much
wanted to do everything.
I mean, there was a whole group that went to there's like a pond behind the building, and they pulled out a skull.
I wouldn't even know to do that. Yeah, one of the stories was about a sailor who killed his wife and then also killed his dog. And this literally sounds insane. And somehow from all the scriptures they found, from all the cuttings they found, all the little clues, you know, like investigating, talking to people, it basically led them to the lake. And if I saw something, you know when you go to an escape room and they say don't touch above the doors?
Yeah.
If I saw a chain in a lake, I'd be like, this isn't related.
Yeah.
However, it was. And also, I thought we couldn't like lift furniture, move furniture, but then we basically ended up completing one of the other story strains this morning that we didn't get to finish last night. And you had to lift up part of this sofa, and underneath was one of the ritual books, which I don't know, in my head I just didn't think to look like behind curtains.
It was when I saw her stood there like this on the bench, I was like, I'm gonna have to go in there.
Yeah, because it was you that lifted it, wasn't it? Yeah. Every story ends differently. Every group that has done this, obviously this is the last chapter, so seeing this isn't going to ruin your guys' experience because this chapter is done now. Yeah, that's why we're sharing so much now. It's completely in your hands. If the whole group decides to sacrifice someone, which we did, or if you free someone, or if you protect someone, it all changes the narrative.
Yeah, and also you can befriend the actors.
Yeah.
Decide who to befriend, who you want to betray, who you don't want any involvement with. Like, do you know what I mean? You can really like pick a side.
We kind of leant more towards Carter, only because Carter was the one that was like leading the main investigations, and he has been trapped here from a dream. Again, I know it sounds ridiculous. He's been trapped here from a dream, and this is like his
half in the real world,
half in the real world. Yeah. The main thing actually is that the tree outside eats people. We literally sound like we're on drugs,
and it seems fine in the day, but at night I'm like the trees.
People. So basically, the collector doesn't know who the collector is. The collector just
they don't know their own name.
And the reason they're called the collector is because whenever you want information, you basically tell them a story, or you do an interpretive dance or song. And from that, they then intake the information, and you'll find her just singing and dancing around the house, or like she'll randomly tell you a story. One of the girls told her a story about being stuck in a thunderstorm, and we were sat there with her, and the collector just randomly went, "Did you know that I was stuck in a thunderstorm?"
So she like steals your stories.
She steals your stories because she doesn't have an identity for herself. We then ended up finding out that her name was Amelia. We don't know what her connection is, but we just know that she is also trapped in the house, and she isn't a real person. She's actually just like an entity who controls this whole narrative.
Sure. So it really does get more spookier though at night, because I felt absolutely fine until it started getting dark, and then I was like, I'm actually quite scared of this place. And they've got weird lighting going on in certain rooms, like certain doors will open and close.
I really like that it's like a unique experience.
Every time.
No one is the same. But also the characters just didn't break.
The whole time, there was
change. Nothing. So long, Trio, until next time, until the next mystery. See you then. Bye.